Welcome everybody. I am currently in Pueblo, Colorado. About to try something new with this live stream. See how it works live streaming while I'm driving. So this is brand new. We'll get on the road in just a second. Let me get some notifications sent out, and then we will be driving. It's a very windy day today. All right, got that going. Okay, got that copied. You guys are sitting on the dash. I misplaced my suction cup for the windshield, so you're on a little mini tripod on the dash. The north end of Pueblo right now. Got 6.5 hours to go to get to Gallup. I don't think we'll be live streaming that long. And here we go on to the freeway, the South 25. Hauling a trailer on my 4Runner, so I will not be driving as fast as I normally would, or as fast as everybody else normally does. So you'll see people passing us. Sent out. Not sure how many people are going to want to watch us just driving down the freeway, but there's a lot of cool things to see along the way. A lot of cars, a lot of trucks, a few cows here and there. see is will the phone overheat being on the dash? It's very hot. The sun beats on the windshield. It's hotter up there. So right now I have my air conditioning set to go on the defrost on the windshield. So I'm hoping that the cold air from that will keep the phone cool, so it can keep videoing and not hang up. Hey Titanic, I'm currently in Colorado. We're heading south on the I-25 towards Albuquerque, and in Albuquerque, which is New Mexico, we'll turn west onto the I-40. It's great to have you in watching Titanic. Appreciate it. Not able to be at Disneyland the last few days, or for a couple more days since traveling, so I thought I'd try something different and just see how it goes. Find out if this is a one-shot deal or if we do it again. So be sure to hit the like button. Also, if anybody's new watching this, please subscribe. Currently we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, so please help us to get there. Never been to Pueblo. Pueblo is a fun little town, a nice little town. It's not super big. I could be wrong, but it's probably like the third largest city maybe in Colorado. Somewhere in there. It's in the top 5 for sure. But it's got a very small town, old town feel to it. Hey Minnie, welcome on in. Awesome, Titanic. Going to Louisiana for spring break. That should be fun. They've got some nice beaches down there. Are you going to one of the beaches? Titanic said that he has spring break next week. You guys make sure you share the live stream on your socials. Let's get some more people watching and noticing that we're live streaming. Got 6 likes already, that's good. The I-25 twists and turns as it goes through Pueblo here. I don't think the freeway is straight for more than half a mile in any one section, it didn't feel like. Guessing when they built the freeway, Pueblo was already an existing town, obviously. So maybe they tried to run the freeway around all the existing buildings. Come on in. Great to have you. Alright, can you guys hear me okay? Alright, yeah, you might need to get the right kind of nail polish. You definitely, Titanic says that they have glittery nail polish and they want to have some matte nail polish for heading to Louisiana next week for their spring break. You guys notice the freeway continues to curve as I've mentioned. It just keeps curving and curving left and right as it goes through the town of Pueblo. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. The trailer I'm pulling is like about a foot wider than my truck on both sides. So I have to be really careful, try to make sure I'm stay like totally centered in the lane. If I get too far one way or the other, the trailer will overhang the lane. Don't want that. Hey Titanic, that's good. Yeah, get the nail polish ahead of time. It's good to have everything already sorted out before you go on spring break. So that on spring break you can just have a lot of fun springing into the break. Super windy today, though hopefully I'm far enough south. Oh, there goes tumbleweed. Spoke too soon. There goes another tumbleweed. There's another tumbleweed ahead. I'm speaking too soon, but the wind's supposed to be dying down the further south I get. So I tried to leave my daughters up in northern Colorado earlier this morning to try to beat some of the wind, which was supposed to start at 1 or so. But as I was going, before I got to Denver and stuff, it was really blowing me around quite a bit. The trailer's empty since I was taking some stuff to my daughters in northern Colorado. So now the trailer's empty and it's definitely getting bounced around a lot more. So the good thing with empty, when it was full and I was driving here, I only got 13 miles a gallon. Now I'm up to 16.5 miles a gallon, so I gained a whole 3 miles a gallon. That's good. When you're driving 1,200 miles, every mile to the gallon helps. Guys know I like to photograph, so there's a spot I spotted on the way up that I want to see if I can stop by it before I pass by it. The hard thing once you're in the middle, in between the towns, is often these exits are like 10 miles apart or more. So if you see something it could be a 30-minute round trip by the time you can find an exit, turn around, come back, find another exit, turn around, and then exit. So it can really delay the drive. Beach. That's a place I just know. There's Pueblo. The town of Pueblo has a reservoir called Lake Pueblo. That's to the west of the city. Kind of basically in the middle of the city. You just start heading west, and you get to West Pueblo, and you get to Lake Pueblo. It's a reservoir. There's a lake here called Stem Lake, and looking at that on the map as a possible spot for doing some Milky Way photography. I also had looked at it for the lunar eclipse that happened a week or so ago. I ended up driving all the way to Joshua Tree in California to do it, so I didn't do it here. Oh, there's a really old building off there to the right. Stem Beach exit. That thing looks very decrepit. So anyways, one of my next trips when I'm not hauling a trailer, I'm going to exit here and see what, if the road goes around the lake, what the lake's like. See, maybe I can use this as a spot for the Milky Way, or just nighttime photography in general. It's great to see so many people watching us as we travel down the I-25. Oh, there's the sign right there, I-25 South. We're in the great state of Colorado, and we're heading down to Albuquerque to make a sharp right, which is west, to head towards California. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Also hit the like button. But we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, so any help that you guys can give us by sharing on your socials this live stream, really appreciate it. Coming in hot on the windshield there. It's below us. What kind of bird is this? Crow, raven? Yeah, not a bald eagle. A bald eagle, I might have pulled over. Hey Jacob, welcome on in. Thank you for coming in and watching. Your question as to mods, I actually might be pruning a few mods because I think we have maybe too many mods right now. So, but I appreciate the willingness to help, Jacob. But in the meantime, you're just as valuable even if you're not a mod, because everybody that participates by chatting really helps the channel to grow, because YouTube sees it as you guys are participating and you're involved in the chat, in the chat and in the stream. So really appreciate that, Jacob. Hey Louie, all right Louie, welcome on in. Don't normally get you this early. Is it almost bedtime for you, Louie? Normally we're getting you at midnight when you're waking up. So Louie, we're in the state of Colorado where my daughter lives, and we're driving now, heading south on Interstate 25. down to Albuquerque. We'll pass by Santa Fe, New Mexico, and then go into Albuquerque, New Mexico. You might have heard of those. And it's 3 p.m. for you, Titanic? Overtime. Louis working overtime. Or your time. Did you say overtime or our time? Over here. Sorry. The chat print is very small, Louis. Alright, so it's getting 9 o'clock there for you. 9 p.m. Barren down here in this area. Yep, 9:05. Yep. Yeah. Well, when I was in the Army, we used that 24-hour clock as well. So, but I don't use it too much anymore. So I have to think just for a second. No, it's getting hot. Well, mini this morning it was 43 degrees. It was 43 degrees this morning. Right now the temperature on my truck says that it's 73. So it's definitely warming up. And then I heard California was going to have a heat wave this weekend, so I'm heading back just to go melt, which is not what I would really like. So I actually like the cold weather, so I don't know about heat wave coming. So we got 319 miles to go to get to Gallup. That's about where I think I'm going to go, although I'm not sure. The next town we're going to come to is Walsenburg. It's a little ways down the way. Walsenburg is another small town, but the Highway 50 runs into it. And Highway 50 runs east to west through Colorado. So if you want to head to the western part of Colorado, you can take it. It'll avoid going through the I-70, which can be, as it goes through the Rockies, can sometimes be really, really messy in the wintertime. 50 will still have some snow and ice, but it doesn't seem to be typically as bad. It's not as high elevation down there where it goes through. Rach, welcome on in. We are driving as we talked about doing. I did it. So again, the one thing I thought of as I started the live stream is the phone might start overheating being in the dash like that. So I've got my air conditioning running to the defrost vents to try to make sure that the air stays cool by the phone. So we'll see if all of a sudden the live stream dies. It'll be because the phone decided it got too hot and had to cool down. Yep, Louis, we got some really great mods here, and they're very helpful in welcoming everybody in. It's really really awesome. Much appreciated. One town that's noteworthy as we start heading south here, it's a town called Wagon Wheel, where there's a hill that looks like it's a wagon wheel, like from back in the cowboy days. So I'll point that out when we get down there. It'll be a while. Trailer is causing me to be on the other side of traffic. Normally I'm on the side that's passing the slow vehicles. I don't speed, I go the speed limit, but still, you know, there's lots of vehicles that drive slow like I'm driving right now because of the trailer. So it's kind of weird that everybody's passing me now. Again, I can kind of hear the wind again. Move over a little bit. Somebody is on the side of the road there. Oh, there's some horses. Oh, a couple horses to the right. They're looking at the. Oh, looks like maybe the cars broke down. Highway patrol or sheriff is there. I don't know if you guys saw, but right before we got there was a couple of horses to the side of the road. Up in the pasture there. Yeah, Louis is very good at greeting. I should give him a blue wrench one of these times, because Louis is definitely good at greeting and chatting. It's very helpful. You can see the winter time. It's kind of weird because there's just not much snow here, but everything. See how brown everything is. Everything's still dead from the winter, but there just is not much snow. Colorado did not get much snow this year. Even up in the Rockies and stuff, there's snow, but not as much as they normally do. I think I'd read that they only got like 60% of the normal snowfall. Hey Ross, welcome on into the channel, and thank you for subscribing. It's great to see a new subscriber. And for anybody that's new, be sure to check out the rest of the channel. We got lots of interesting videos from Disneyland. We've got some traveling, hiking. Got some hike along with me videos where most recent one is I was hiking it up in the Rocky Mountains to a place called Dream Lake and Emerald Lake, and totally frozen over, lots of snow up there, and so I videoed the hike. I've got another one for the Great Sand Dunes that I haven't gotten finished yet, but I'll try to post that next week, where I hiked up to the tallest sand dune in all of North America. That's in Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. Hey Tiff, welcome on in. Hey Aurora, welcome on in. Great to see you girls. We are driving. Keep in mind that we're live streaming, right? So there will be some spots. This section is why I chose to start live streaming after Pueblo. This section typically has pretty decent reception, but it can dip at times. So we're typically pretty good until we get closer to the New Mexico border, and that's where things get a little crazy as we're going through the mountains a little bit to get down into New Mexico, and then it'll pick back up again. So everybody be like Ross and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. As we try to get to 2,000 subscribers, we need everybody's help. Here's the exit for Colorado City and the town of Rye. Colorado City is a cool little city. It says, watch for blowing dust, yes. Both north and south of Denver, I had where the road got a little bit low on visibility, not dangerously low, but the sand or the dust was blowing from all the farms and stuff. Got a little rest area here. No, we're not resting. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, it's a nice change of pace to have Louis be here at the beginning of the live stream instead of normally like he comes in at the end of the live stream. So it's kind of nice we're starting the live stream sooner today. Trinidad is a really super cool small town in Colorado. I think if I could move to a town in Colorado, it might be Trinidad because it's just like super cool. We'll see it as we drive through on the freeway, but it's got a lot of really old brick buildings and stuff. I don't know, I really like old brick buildings in towns. Very cool. Yeah, it's totally backwards, Louis. Normally you're getting out of bed to listen to us and watch us, but today now you're going to be getting into bed. We can put you to sleep. My low baritone voice can rock you to sleep, Louis. Can I move over a little bit? This guy didn't make it up the hill. 2 cars. Right, that snow-capped peak is called Greenhorn Mountain. For anybody who's interested, it's Greenhorn Mountain. creek, but like a lot of the creeks, especially in the wintertime, it was empty. Just a gully. It's called Graneros Gully. People going up the hill. Alright. Hopefully they'll come back soon. We're now in Herfano County. Could be a different country here too, but it's a county. Way up ahead is the San Francisco peaks. See those two peaks on the horizon? Those are the San Francisco peaks. This whole area we're going to be coming to soon is a really cool, fun area. Welcome back, everybody. And if you happen to be new, hit that subscribe and like button and help us to get to 2,000 subscribers. Just 4 subscribers away from 1,500. So that's really cool. Guys, if any of you are new, please hit that subscribe button and help us to get to 1,500. That would be awesome. You could be one of the famous 4 that got us to 1,500. Aurora is asking how far I am from California. I'm a couple days from California. Well, I could get there tomorrow evening probably, but I've got to return the trailer. I rented this trailer from U-Haul, so I don't have any place to park it during the night, so I'm going to try to time it so that I can pull into California, well, pull in near Disneyland Saturday morning and just straight drop the trailer off. So that's my goal, but we're going to be getting to New Mexico in a couple hours, maybe an hour, somewhere in there. And then we'll be in New Mexico for the rest of the day, heading down to Albuquerque, and then taking a right turn and heading west towards California. We'll be on the I-40, Interstate 40. All right, Aurora, I'm glad I can be rocking you to sleep. That's good. It's great to be helpful, to help put people to sleep. Make sure all of you guys have hit that like button. Where are we at on likes, I wonder? How are we doing on likes, you guys? right, Louis. Yeah. All of your ultra egos, yes. Please help them to subscribe. That'd be awesome. Because we are so close to 1,500. Then from there, I just want to jump to 2,000. I think I want to put 2,000 as my goal. Maybe that's too big of a jump. I don't know, but we need to shoot for the stars here. Or in this case, the San Francisco peaks that are up ahead. This area here is very barren. There's like nothing. Once in a while you see some cows maybe, but I don't see anything right now. You can even see antelope out here sometimes. Right now there is nothing. Just a fence and some tumbleweeds. On the left there, you see that real quick, that building? That's a cool little building all by itself. It's a book wall gallery studio. I'm thinking book, but it's gallery studio. So I imagine for painting or photography, but I've never seen it with anybody actually in it. It's like, you know, abandoned, and for as long as I can remember, it's been abandoned, so I don't know how long it's been like that. And it's kind of odd because there's no exit right there. The exit to get there is like a mile or two up the road, and you have to come back down. So I don't know if that gallery studio is like so old that it was before it predates the freeway, or maybe there was just a highway going through here. I'm not sure. Another abandoned ranch house to the left there. Side. Yeah, I need to see what mile 62. So I think right around mile marker 41 is where I want to try to look and see. Now there's a cool sign coming up here on your right. Look at this. It's like an artistic word for the San Francisco peaks. That's how they kind of like an abstract. See that? Spanish peaks. I've been what? Oh, it's San Francisco peaks. Spanish peaks. Spanish Peaks County. Well, sorry, San Francisco. You guys can go back to California. Not sure why I was calling them the. It seems like they're the San Francisco peaks, but it makes sense. Spanish peaks. We're in Spanish Peaks County. They both start with S, so I guess that's where my mind went. Roads you can take heading up into here, well, and then further up as well, I head by the peaks. Sign of spring yet. All the trees are bare. couple horses off to the right. I saw 3 of them. I don't know if you guys saw them. They're just there for a moment because the way we came around the bend. Point of interest and a half mile. I don't be able to read it. Point of interest. Exit to go to it. We are not exiting, we are continuing to go straight. I get sidetracked too easily. Awesome, Louis, you are the man. You got us to 1500. Alright, let me double check. Let's see if Louis is leading us on, if we're really at 1500. Let's see where we're at. 50, we are. Thank you, Louis. 1500. Yay, Louis. All right. Awesome, Louis. Okay, everybody thank Louis. He deserves it. Louis is the man. Louis, I'm giving you a blue wrench for the day since you got us to 1500. So, Louis, you get to be not feeling blue but looking blue. Hopefully you feel great. And I can feel the wind knocking my truck around a little bit. Thanks again, Louis, for getting us to 1500. Much appreciated. Guys pulling his tarp down and thinking the back of his truck so his stuff doesn't blow out. It's definitely getting windy. Although it wasn't supposed to be windy this far south. When I checked the forecast this morning, well, even the last few days I've been watching the forecast, it never showed like high winds south of Pueblo. But I guess somebody forgot to tell the winds that they're not supposed to be south of Pueblo. Pretty windy here. Yep, you are, Louis. You're just temporary for the day. I'll take it off later. But that's about the best I can do to congratulate you for being so awesome. And yet we have some great mods here. Alright, Walsenburg. I mentioned Walsenburg earlier. It's 2 miles ahead. So from Walsenburg, see, look at, we can head to the Great Sand Dunes. That's where I did the, I videoed the hike that I'm going to post next week. So, Lathrop State Park. I haven't gone to that state park yet. I need to check that one out. Oh, and there's Taco Bell and Carl's Jr. ones I won't mention. We get to go to Highway 12, Highway of Legends, Highway 12. In Utah, Highway 12 is a really famous highway. Gets you through a bunch of really cool places. Stopped and got some chicken nuggets from McDonald's, so got a few of those. What's nice with them is they taste just as good cold as they do hot. So I like them as a travel food because I can munch on a few, can wait, and munch on a few later. They don't go bad. Exit Alamosa and Great Sand Dunes. Alright, how many people have been to the state of Colorado? Raise your hand if you've been to Colorado. Funny, the video camera is pulling more blue out of the sky than I see by eye. You guys get to see a little blue with the white clouds. I just see white clouds from where I'm sitting. Yep, it's far from you, Louis. You are a long ways away. You'd have to take a bunch of airplanes, maybe some boats, who knows what all you have. You might have to take some trains, planes, and automobiles. Magenta is the next little town we come to. You guys can see them, but there's a bunch of cows off to the right. Here we go, another creek. Let's see what creek this is. This is Cucharo's Lake, or creek. And I see some cows laying down, resting. On the left. What's nice with Loves, one of the things is if you register with Loves, get their membership, they take 10 cents off a gallon of gas, which is pretty huge. nice. We can see the gas price go down. Alright, looks like he's got up to speed. This area is pretty flat, a few rolling hills as you can see, and some buttes off in the distance. You can see one or two on your right. Show you the photo. My daughter texted me a photo because I told you about how bad the winds are. There was a truck blocking the I-70. Can't tell exactly where. She sent me a photo. The truck got blown over, blocking the I-70. So good thing I decided not to go that way. Welcome back. Thought you were going to sleep, Aurora. That said it was bedtime or nap time. Not sure. All the trains backed up there. I wonder how many cars are in that train. Sometimes I try to count them. Often you're going through like New Mexico and stuff, you'll see trains with like over 100 cars that they're pulling. It's just like so insane how many cars like a little train, you know, like a train by itself or one or two engines can pull. Not sure if you guys are counting for me, but there's at least 50 there, I would say, right? Can't see. We'll see once we get on the other side of this little hill. For everybody that's new into the live stream, please hit that subscribe button. Please help us to grow. Louis helped us to get to 1,500, so our goal is now 2,000 subscribers. That's a lot, but I mean, we could get 500 subscribers in a week if everybody click the subscribe button. So it just depends on how well the live stream gets shared and liked. So you guys enjoy this. This live stream is obviously different. This is the first one I've tried live streaming while I drive. So it's a little different than Disneyland. This Cars ride is a lot longer than the Cars ride in California Adventure, that's for sure. We'd have been done on that one a long time ago. Yet here we are, still going. Rugby Road. Oh wow, I wonder if they play rugby out here. Out in the middle of nowhere they're playing rugby? A weird name for a road in the middle of Colorado. Wouldn't you think? Rugby? Maybe it's somebody's name. Maybe somebody's name. That's their name is Rugby. Chicken nuggets. I think I've only got 2 left. Yep, Louis, and wait 2 months, and then all of this will be green. We're just too early. And if you want to see really, really green, I mean, I'm sure it's green in the Netherlands, but also Montana has, like, you know, well, not in the wintertime because it looks worse than this in the wintertime, but during the spring and summer, everything is like as green as far as you can see in Montana. Yeah, many Louis. We're just celebrating Louis because he got us to 1,500 subscribers. So just for today, Louis gets to have a little blue next to his name to celebrate his help in getting us to 1,500 subscribers. Now we need to get to 2,000. Up the hill we go. We're going uphill right now. Not sure if you guys can tell. OM7. Ooh, I missed. That means I think I missed because it was at 41. So, I think I missed where I wanted to get off. Just go see, unless it's right up ahead. I missed the old abandoned buildings that I wanted to stop and photograph. Well, that's no good. Got to talking and stopped looking at the mile markers. Got some more buttes coming up now. We're going to be seeing a few more of those, get closer to the freeway now as we come. But definitely to the west, to the east, which is the left, you see a lot of open plain there. Which is really common for Colorado. Colorado has the Rocky Mountains, so the west half of Colorado is all Rocky Mountains, and the east half is mainly really flat and level as it heads into Kansas and Nebraska. This guy's got asphalt in his truck. Slow down some more. I don't want to be right behind him. I don't want any of that asphalt to fall out and hit me because he doesn't have a cover on it. A lot of places you have to have covers on your load. Looks like he's got a spare tire. Must have got a flat. Right rear tire looks like one of those small little tiny tires that they put in cars now for spare tires. You can't drive very fast in those. Arapahoe River, and for a river that just is like one barely little stream. I would not call that a river. I wouldn't even call it a creek barely. Wow. Somebody exaggerated. Unless it turns into a river later on. Thank you to everybody who's taken the time to watch as we travel across America. Right now I'm on the I-25 heading south through Colorado. We'll be on here for a few hours today, and then when we hit Albuquerque, we will be making a right turn to head west on the I-40. So we're heading from Colorado down into New Mexico. bad it's going to be. About the time we hit the New Mexico border, we're going to be going up into some mountains and some hills, and the reception there is not the greatest. So I'm not sure how the live stream will handle that. Junkyard off to the right, a bunch of old cars and trailers and RVs and trucks, all off to the right of the road. It's like an RV park up there, up on that hill. I didn't see a sign for it, but it looks like one. Yeah, it's almost the weekend for you, huh, Louis? Over in the Netherlands. Scout cookies to munch on right now. I had my granddaughter Kylie with me a little bit. Thankfully, she didn't eat all of my Girl Scout cookies. She did eat some, but thankfully not all of them. So I have Thin Mints are what I'm eating. They're my favorite ones. Ludlow, here we go, town of Ludlow. There you go. See, here's a little old building. I've stopped and photographed that before. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I want to get off there. It's a dirt road and it's pretty narrow with the trailer. I don't think I'm going to do that. But hopefully you guys spotted that abandoned building on the right there. You can scroll back and check it out. Oh, that's the exit I wanted. See that blue building on the left? Ah, that is the exit I wanted. That's the exit I wanted. Well, I blew that one. Next time, we'll have to stop there. Thank you, Minnie. Yeah. Movie is awesome. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference between the right side of the road and the left side of the road, but you can see all the buttes and stuff creeping in on the right side, and the left side is basically wide open. Once in a while there's a little something over there, but for the most part it's just flat over there. More abandoned buildings off to the left-hand side. There's another one off to the left right up there, you can probably see. Kind of a pinkish, faded pinkish color. Well, maybe it's not abandoned. Maybe it's not. It just looks that way, but I saw like an ATV next to it. As you can see, everybody is wailing by us, or flying by us. Another vehicle. Yeah, because I have to go slower with the trailer, the drive from Colorado to California is going to take me 3 to 4 hours longer than it normally does. Normally going this way is about 19 hours, and it's going to actually be closer to 24 hours of driving to get from my daughter's house in Colorado to California. Welcome on in, you guys who just joined us as we stream heading down the I-25 in Colorado, heading to Albuquerque. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and help us get to 2,000 subscribers. And when you decide to take a break from the live stream, check out the channel. We've got a lot of different content on there, a lot of different traveling type content. And a lot of Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm. Got some unboxing videos with my granddaughter McKenna. Got all sorts of stuff in there. You can go hiking with us. All sorts of fun activities that you can watch. So we really appreciate it. And if you're new, please share this on your socials and help us get a few more people watching as we travel down the I-25. A nice tree I just saw on the right hand side. A little envious of that tree. That would be very good to photograph, that tree. I like photographing trees by themselves. I like finding that solo tree, using it as an anchor in a photograph. as a reminder, once we get into New Mexico, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the live stream, because the reception will get worse for a bit as we go up through the mountains. So it might get like really, might look pretty bad. That might sound pretty bad. Alright, Minnie, go get your teeth. I hope they fit fine. That'd be awesome. And we've got a rest area coming up in 2 miles. This is a nice little rest area. Stop there a time or two. That's the name of the rest area too, El Moro Rest Area on El Moro Road. Got a little Love's truck stop on the left side, Maverick on the right side. Getting very close to Trinidad. There we'll be up in the mountains. I'm not sure, like I say, I'm not sure how it's going to go. We've got only a few more minutes of like stable live streaming. From there it'll be up in the mountains, and once we get out of there we'll be close to the town of Raton, and then we'll have a good signal again. everywhere around here. I'm not sure that, well, real quick, on the right hand side is this cool old area. I don't know if you guys can see it at all, but they've got like an old, huge old barn and farm, and they kind of turn it into like a county park, or county park, city park. It's kind of neat. On the left hand side, you'll see those peaks, kind of the way it steps like that. It's kind of neat. I'm not sure what the name of that one is, but it sure looks pretty cool. Speed, and then we'll get back in the right-hand lane. Sure. Trinidad's kind of like Pueblo was, where the road just kind of winds through. The freeway does not go straight. Once we get up here, I don't know if you guys will be able to notice it all and see on the screen, but like there's a brick building on the right, the J&J Motors, and off to the left you'll see the downtown area of Trinidad. And I'm not sure if you can see over the barrier at all, but so many brick buildings off there. Trinidad's a pretty small little town. It's big in a way, but it's pretty small. They do have McDonald's though. Got some hotels. We got a Sonic. So they do have some things. Not sure if they have a Taco Bell. They do have McDonald's and Sonic, so that sets them off pretty good. I tend to find that Taco Bells in Colorado are honestly barely edible. If you eat at a Taco Bell in California, they're awesome. I mean, the Taco Bell food in California is incredible. But you come to Colorado and it's like the people have no clue on how to actually make the food. I don't know if they don't train them. I don't know what they don't do with Taco Bell in Colorado, or they train them how to make it horrible. I don't know, because it's almost always horribly done, never done right. Burritos are splitting, stuff's falling out, they're not putting the right amount of stuff in. So, I mean, I'll eat at Taco Bell in Colorado, but every time I do, it makes me wish I was in California so I could have some good Taco Bell. Alright, Starkville, here we come. High wind cautions, Los Angeles County, red flag warning. Starkville, I wonder if this is where Iron Man is from. Oh, look at all those old cars there from that LaQuinta thing. That's super cool. I guess I should have stopped. I should have exited and stopped. But again, this trailer is like really causing me not to want to take too many side detours with it. So if this turns out well and I live stream some more when I travel, I normally don't have a trailer on the back of my truck. So we can take detours a lot more easier. Alright, Aurora said she's having Panda Express for lunch. Well, that's pretty cool. Panda Express is great. So we've got Raton coming up, 19 miles, then Las Vegas, 123 miles to Las Vegas. The only thing is, it's not Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Las Vegas, New Mexico. As far as I know, there's no casinos there. I mean, there might be, but nothing like Las Vegas, Nevada, if they do have anything. But it's always kind of weird. I like joking that I'm heading to Las Vegas when everybody will think that it's Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's Las Vegas, New Mexico. A very small little town. So again, hold on. I'm not sure how the live stream's going to go through here. Just hang on in there. We've got 19 miles to get to Raton, and then it'll be better after that. So we'll just see how it goes. And before it starts getting all jittery, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Help us to get to 2,000 subscribers. That is our goal. It's a big goal, but it's not as big as a big gulp from 7-Eleven. I think we can reach that goal very easily. Mountains here that we're going through right now are not super tall, but they're tall enough and they're steep enough that it'll make vehicles, especially if you're towing a trailer or whatever, it'll make you feel like you're doing a little extra work for sure. Right, I just thought of this. As it gets a little bit later, the sun's going to be getting lower now. And it's going to be right in your guys' eyeballs. Yeah, I was talking about the height, so it's interesting because as opposed to when you're going through the Rockies and stuff where you're so high up that you're almost like to the tree line and stuff like that, this never gets that way. There's always trees on all the different hillsides here. Galenas, 1 mile. If you want to go to Galenas, you're going to have to exit in 1 mile. I don't know if you can see on the right hillside, the wind is blowing the dust and dirt up the hillsides. You can see it being backlit by the sun. There'd be a nice spot there to do that. Jump back on. Welcome back, you guys. Got a little jittery there. Sorry about that. Got some reception back going. As I said, this reception's a little bit iffy back up in here, but it looks like we got a few bars again. We're almost to New Mexico. We are almost there. I'm driving south on the I-25 from Colorado. I started up in northern Colorado, but the live stream I started down in Pueblo. So that's below Denver, below Colorado Springs. And if you are new, please hit that subscribe button and help us to continue to grow. Kind of a nice pretty day with some blue skies and some white clouds. Nice pretty day. It's pretty warm today too. It was 43 degrees this morning up in northern Colorado. Now it's 70 degrees. So it's shorts and t-shirt weather now. This morning it was winter clothes weather. Today it's right now it's summer clothes weather. Pass 3 miles. That's the peak. There's some kind of inspection station. There's something up there. Exit 2, Bhutan. Pretty cool. I like how the clouds are like radiating out of the center of the image and angling out, or from the outside angling in, pulling your eyes into the live stream. Almost to New Mexico. Oh yeah, when we get there you guys will be able to hear my truck. The voice of my truck announces when I get to different spots. Oh, better move over. There's a slow truck up ahead before I get sandwiched in. Fast cars coming up behind me. Around him and move around. Move over. car going by is a nice shade of blue. That's a pretty shade of blue. It's a Jeep. Very pretty shade of blue there. And we're almost to the summit. We're getting there. Yeah, a way station. There's a way station there. That's what it is. Ton Pass. Half a mile. All trucks, buses, tow bars, dealer plates, livestock haulers. But not us. The way station is open.
Welcome to New Mexico.
All right, you guys here? She said, "Welcome to New Mexico." She's very friendly and welcoming. I like that. Every time I come to a new state, she welcomes us to the state. Quite the job to have, huh? A nice little job. Just have to announce to the person driving that you're welcome to the new state. Joined us, please hit that subscribe button. As I've mentioned, we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Up ahead, we got the town of Raton, 6 miles, and Las Vegas is 113 miles. Santa Fe, I think it said, what did it say, 172? Santa Fe, though, we'll be driving next to. Albuquerque we'll drive through the middle of, but Santa Fe we just drive on the edge of. Closed ahead. Quite a bit of construction off and on, especially once we get down to the 40. Then it seems like they're doing a lot of construction on the 40. Truck's turning 500 feet. Yep, there's a truck on the left. And this bulldozer or scooper. It's like a scooper. Yeah, back to 65 miles an hour. Once we get out of here, it'll increase to 75. Though we won't go that fast. Taking it slower with the trailer. Rachel, your family's from Albuquerque? Oh boy. Alright, you're going to be able to wave and wave to them, I guess. See if we're still live streaming by the time we get to Albuquerque, though. That's still a ways to go, so I'm not sure if we'll still be live streaming then or not. stop and get gas in Las Vegas. Black car had passed me and then he slowed down. It's kind of weird. Very odd. Pass somebody and then not keep going the speed that you were driving to pass them. Very odd. See that once in a while though. Okay, a bump coming up. All right, let's hold on tight. A bump going over that bridge. It's great to have so many people watching. Thank you guys for watching. We just entered New Mexico. We are now in New Mexico. We were in Colorado, now we're in New Mexico on the I-25. There you can see the sign right there, South 25. Then we've got the town of Raton to the right. State Park. If you want the right kind of sugar, I guess you go to Sugar Right Canyon State Park. You must have some sugar there. Main exits for Raton are up ahead. Exit up ahead, we'll have McDonald's, we'll have Sonic, we'll have some gas stations. They got Denny's, Arby's, Domino's, and Subway. Might be a little further towards the downtown area, which is also to the right. KOA. And Capulin Volcano National Monument. This one I should stop by sometime. I think I've been to that one. Down to 68 degrees. We've been dropping it, so hey Moose, welcome on in. Yep, we are heading to Disneyland, though we won't get there till Sunday. Right now I have reservations for Sunday night. I've been looking to try to get them for Saturday, but I haven't been able to get any for Saturday. So Saturday night I'm thinking of live streaming the Boysenberry Festival, which starts tomorrow at Knott's Berry Farm. So that's fun. They always have so many cool boysenberry flavored things. So that could be fun. But yeah, I'm ready for some Disneyland action. Right now I got reservations for Disneyland for next week for well, Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday, and Saturday. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've had some people subscribe today, which is awesome, so please join them. We bumped over 1,500 finally, and now our goal is 2,000, so that's a huge jump, but we can do it with everybody's help. Just share the channel on your socials and make sure you subscribe and get your friends to subscribe, and we'll be at 2,000 subscribers before we know it. Alright, coming up we got Springer, 37, we got Las Vegas, is 104 miles. There's a rest area up ahead, may stop there and just use the bathroom, we'll see. They're doing some work there. Oh, I lost a tire. But there's a pile of asphalt there on the right hand side. If you want to head to Taos, you can head to Taos in 1 mile, the exit, one of the exits for that. Lots of ways to get to Taos, like Walsenburg and stuff, where it had the exit to go to Great Sand Dunes and Alamos and stuff. You can go that way and then cut down south to Taos. If you map it, if you're up in that area, it'll send you that way. Yeah, there's some stuff, Angel Fire, Eagle Nest, those are all really cool areas north of Taos. Kind of a little mountainous area around there, just super, super cool. Museum. The goal tonight is to get to Gallup. So let me check and see. Right now it's showing us an 8:30 arrival. So that's almost 5 hours from now. So that's a bit. I don't know that I'll be live streaming that long. Where we're at like 2 hours into the live stream. That's pretty good. Well, there's some cows to the right. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's some cows to the right. Look at how barren this area is. If it's even possible, it's even more barren looking, right? Much more brown. Okay, Louis, you're right. Yep, we do. Okay, Louis, you are back to gray. I hope you don't feel gray, but you are back to gray. Yep, I agree. All right. Oh, Louis, there you go. And gray is a unique color. Yeah, it's too bad they don't have like green or some other colors that we could use just to make people look special. Blue Subaru just passed us. And now a gray, is that a Dodge? Some kind of Dodge. You're welcome, Louis. Yeah, I appreciate you being a loyal member. It's great to always have you here. Louis is very, very loyal. Over a little bit. We got a white car sitting there. I don't see anybody in it. Oh, we got another car up here. It's kind of weird. You see these cars out here, but there's nobody there. It's like, where'd they go? And what'd they leave the car for? Nobody in that one either. Be like, why don't you call a tow truck or something? Yep, Louis, if we could do green, you would be #1 green guy. So that's pretty good. I guess the running my air conditioner and having it come out the defrost vents against the windshield has helped to keep the camera cool because it hasn't overheated. So that's good. I'm glad I thought of that. Brown here. Very brown. All right, the Canadian River. Now let me check this one out. This one looks deeper. It's got some water and it still kind of looks more like a creek than a river, but definitely wider than the last river we came across. And I'm guessing it came all the way down from Canada. I'm guessing, right? It's the Canadian River. Great to see all you guys watching the live stream as we head down the I-25, currently in New Mexico. We just left Colorado maybe 20 minutes ago. We're in the northern part of New Mexico, heading down the I-25 to Las Vegas. But not the Las Vegas that you're thinking of. This is New Mexico, Las Vegas. Much more quieter town. They're heading to Albuquerque and then turning west, turning right and turning west towards California. I'm thinking once we get to Las Vegas, I'll probably stop the live stream then. So please be sure to enjoy it till we get there, or back up and see what we've already seen in Colorado. I could try to live stream tonight afterwards, so I'm not sure. Once it gets dark, I don't think it's going to live stream very good, because video cameras don't work as good in the dark. So we'll see. We can always give it a try and just see. If it doesn't work, we can stop it. Because at night, like now, you guys can see all the brown, you can see the mountains, you can see the buttes, but at night, you'll probably only be able to see like where my headlights are on the freeway. Which that could get really, really boring fast. Uh-oh, what happened, Louis? Oh, hey, Louis, I didn't see. I see your message that you said that you had radio contact with New Zealand. Wow, from the Netherlands to New Zealand, that is one long way. So, it must be a shortwave radio, Louis, that you have. And I don't see any missing messages, Louis, so I don't know what happened. If you're missing a message, I'm not sure. Now this area where we're going to go through right here is really interesting because they clearly through this, unless it went down a little bit before they bulldozed through it. But if you look up on the left, really close, you can see the volcanic dike. It's like a dike that goes through there that stretches out from a volcano. See that on the left? It's got some holes in it even. That I always thought was really super cool. So it goes from left to right, but when they made the freeway, it looked like they did a little blasting and bulldozing to make room for the freeway. For the way the freeway curves and bends, you would think they could have just gone around it, but no telling why they didn't. There's another smaller one up here that doesn't stretch from left to right so much, but again, they did some bulldozing and knock off the side of the hill. Ooh, here's the rest area. Well, I think we're okay. We'll wait till Las Vegas. It's a nice little rest area, though. I like because you're up on a hill. Kind of see how it kind of elevates to the right a little bit on the the right. It kind of elevates up and you can look down. So it's kind of super cool. That's weird, Louis. Yeah, because I see everything you typed, so I'm not sure why it's not showing up on your end what you're typing. But yeah, I saw the whole thing. Wow, that's pretty cool. When I was younger, Louis, I used to have a shortwave radio. That was kind of fun. And I was like a teenager in my teens, right? So it was like nothing fancy, but it was like super fun. Because I've always been into electronics, so I built that little shortwave radio receiver and one transmitter, but basically I only received, and it was always fun, back, 40, 50 years ago. Like nowadays with the internet, I mean, it's like everything seems super close. But back then, another country, another state, I mean, you really noticed the difference back then. So the shortwave radio was so much fun back then. Back to flat. Flat. Got the town of Maxwell coming up ahead, then Springer, then Wagon Mound. Well, I call it a wagon wheel. Wagon Mound is the one I was talking about. That's the one that's got the really cool rock structure. It looks like a wagon wheel. And then Las Vegas. If Maxwell Smart from Get Smart made a town here, maybe built a town here in New Mexico called Maxwell. It is right up ahead. See a little gas station and stuff, and then have to look quick because it's small. So you're a licensed ham radio operator. Awesome. That's so cool. Looks like a rather large farm on the right-hand side, off in the distance. Maxwell. All right, Maxwell Smart. We found you. That was one of my favorite TV shows growing up. Maxwell Smart, the Get Smart show. Yep, Aurora, I have iced tea. I'm drinking iced tea. So I'm staying hydrated, Aurora. Maxwell, there is the exit for Maxwell. There goes Maxwell, and we're off. Farmer ranch off to the left-hand side, or ranch, I guess. A couple cows. I see 4 or 5 cows to the left. Nothing on the right. Subscribe and hit like if you haven't. Help us to get to 2,000 subscribers. If we get 2,000 subscribers, I'll drive 2,000 miles. Off by itself there. No good place to stop right now with a trailer on. Otherwise I could just drive off the side of the road there. It's a cool looking little tree though. And there's a tumbleweed, one tumbleweed between the roads. Welcome back, you guys. Sorry about that. This little section here, we'll lose reception once in a while as we dip in and out of the hills. I mean, it's relatively flat here, so it's weird that it doesn't take much of a little dip that all of a sudden cell reception just tanks out. If you are watching and not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button and also notifications so you can find your way back here easily. Today we're live streaming as we're driving across America. Right now we're going south on the I-25. Currently in New Mexico. We were in Colorado about 45 minutes ago. We've been there all day heading south. Now we're in New Mexico. Heading here, Cimarron. You can head to Cimarron from here. Guys can go have cinnamon in Cimarron. There's an older house to the left. Doesn't look abandoned, but it does look older. And if you saw the sign there, this would be another way to head to Taos. And we got some food, some gas, and a slow truck. Passed us and slowed us up, so I have my cruise control on, so it dropped me down below 60. There's a Travel America to the left. It's kind of a cool little one. I've stopped there a few times. Aurora, thank you for sharing out the live stream on your socials. If everybody could do that, just share out the live stream on your socials. That'd be good. 72 miles to Las Vegas, New Mexico. We got Springer, the next two exits. Going into Springer. As you can see, it's gotten sprung because there's not a lot here. There is some stuff up ahead, but another small old town. Bridge. I don't think it's icy right now. I should change the sign that should say like can be icy, not icy, because it's 72 degrees out. Clearly the bridge is not icy. A really pretty place in the fall. All the cottonwoods turn color. Go. We've pretty much sprung past Springer. I saw some pieces of a tumbleweeds blowing across there. And I saw another one. Probably too small for you guys to pick up, but I saw it. National Monument, 45 mile. Fort Union, that's a fun little place. I've been there. Aurora's asking where I'm going to rest for tonight, or rest. Well, no resting, and I've got at least 4 or 5 more hours to go of driving before we think about resting. Got a ways to go. Typically I'll drive 10 to 12 hours in a day. Just depends on where I'm going, what I'm seeing, what I'm doing. See or do out here. As you can see, it's barren. But as a photographer, if you keep your eyes open, every so often you'll see something that'd be worth stopping at. Again, I'm not going to stop because I have a trailer. But looking up on the left-hand side, I think there's maybe something that could be photographed there, perhaps. Part of a building left. Was that the front part of a building? Looks like the rest of it fell apart. There's an old house to the left. Wow, look at how that's an abandoned house. That's a cool looking one. You guys can't see it because the camera's going straight ahead, but take my word that there's a cool looking house off to the left. Off to the left as well. Probably too small for you to have picked up. I like windmills. Windmills are something I usually will stop for. I don't know why, but there's something about windmills that I like. Louis, I'm towing a trailer behind my truck, a 6-foot by 12-foot trailer. So flying would not be a better option. And I actually love to fly, but since I photograph everywhere I go, it's like really hard to take all my photo gear with me when I'm flying. So I don't fly nearly, not even 1/10 of what I used to fly. But I love to fly. But I also love to drive. So I love to see the country, even if it looks boring. I like to see what I can see. There's always something new that I spot. But I have two motorcycles coming up to the side of me, so I did not go over. Colmore. I have not been there, so I'm not sure what's there. But if it's anything like the rest of it, probably not too much. How we're doing here on the scoreboard as it comes up. Wagon Mount 16 miles, Las Vegas 57, Santa Fe 121. So 2 hours to Santa Fe. It's currently 4:21 now. So that'll be 6:21. So that'll be getting dark by the time we already get to Santa Fe. definitely since I have to drive slower with the trailer, it's definitely taking me longer to get places than what I think. So wagon mount will be fun. I think you guys will enjoy that. That's what's coming up next. We're now in the county Mora. You can see if there's a river here. I don't see any signs for a river. It just must be a low spot. Old building on the right, an old ranch house. Looks like it's abandoned as well. I don't see a road even going to it. That would have been fun to photograph. Hey Andy, welcome on in. I just saw that you were in here, Andy. And Andy, yeah, that would be interesting to see like a U-Haul trailer on the back of a 747 as it flies across the country. That would be a little different, that's for sure. So Andy, I'm not sure exactly when you joined us, but right now we're in New Mexico, going down the I-25. We were in Colorado, but we're now in New Mexico. Next town we come to is called Wagon Mound. So it's because there's a rock structure there that kind of looks like a wagon wheel. So I think we're only about 10 minutes away from there, something like that. Hey Andy, the grandkids were great. They were not happy that I was leaving right away. So one of them was like this morning was that I need to be back by tomorrow, because he didn't want me to go, but I had to be back by tomorrow, not realizing like it's a 2.5 day drive just to get to California. So even if I wanted to come back there, like the soonest I could get back there with driving to California to drop the trailer back off and then to drive back would be 5 or 6 days. So it'd be almost a week. But I'm not going to do that because I have some reservations at Disneyland. Yeah, hot chocolate chocolate. I like hot chocolate and whipped cream. I don't need the drizzle of chocolate on it. I just want hot chocolate with a bunch of whipped cream on top of it. We see more of nothing. Nothing here. White Subaru went by that time. Brand new one, it looks like, by the lack of a plate. Got a dealership plate on the back. Yeah, Mini, so what are you going to have for dinner tonight? You going to go out and have a steak now that you got some teeth? You're going to go for some steak? Radio tower on the right has lost its head. It's like the top part of it's missing. Poor thing. It lost its head. See it laying on the ground. But I see wagon, I think that's Wagon Mound up ahead. I believe that is. Just straight ahead, looking straight down the freeway. You see that structure there? I think that's Wagon Mound. It looks like a wagon wheel laying on its side. Levee, there we got a levee. A couple old buildings off to the right. A couple old house, old barn. Some corrals. But nothing's there. Long abandoned, it looks like. Thank you for reminding Aurora to everybody, reminding them to subscribe. Thank you so much for that. As we try to get to 2,000 subscribers, we need everybody's help. Have 5 miles to Wagon Mound, 44 miles to Las Vegas. So that is the wagon wheel for Wagon Mound. Another old abandoned structure off to the right. It's small. Yep. If you're watching, please chat. Raise your hand, let us know you're here. Join in on the chat. It'd be great to have everybody chatting. We've got some people chatting, but definitely could use some more. Barns and farms off to the right there. Right up against that little hillside. It's like a little long dike of a hill, kind of, the way it stretches out like that. Yay, Andy's present. Awesome. Yep, Aurora and Louis doing good. He's the one who got us to 1,500. So Louis doing an awesome job helping the channel to grow. We got some gas and food at this exit 387, exit 387. There's the town of Wagon Mound off to the left. And you can see the wagon wheel. Again, it looks better from an aerial view. I think that's more like a wagon wheel from here, but you can kind of see like the center, the tallest part is like the hub of the wheel, and the spokes go out and the outer rim for the wheel. Oh, no, that sign doesn't list any gas. It has that gas, exit 337, whatever, but it doesn't show anything. What if they're closed? You'd think they'd still be open. All right, Wagon Mound Village limit. There's a Phillips 66. Yep, it's open. I wonder why they don't have a sign on the sign. There's a Conoco. They have 2 gas stations there. And some old buildings. Again, this is a fun spot. I've stopped here like in the fall and pulled off and photographed this area in the fall. It's like really cool colors, the fall colors, and just the structure of that wagon wheel over Wagon Mound. be none of this route, none of this is Route 66. But when we get to the 40, then that's where we'll get to where the 40 parallels Route 66. Or in parts of it became, Route 66 became the I-40. And other parts of it, they left Route 66 alone and then just made the freeway next to it. But that's the I-40 that we're coming up to. So this Route 66 didn't go here, went through New Mexico and then continued to go east and then angles up towards Chicago and ends in Chicago. So it starts in California, Santa Monica, I believe, and then goes all the way to Chicago. And I've driven the whole thing. I have, and if you're interested at all, I have videos of Route 66, the New Mexico part, in the playlist, in the travel stuff. If you go back there and look, you'll see them. So a couple years ago, I drove the Route 66 and just videoed all the old towns that are left. It was pretty fun. Now, sometimes to the right, this is a huge ranch to the right. It's called Prophecy Ranch. It just stretches on and on and on and on. And a lot of times there's cows out to the right, but I don't see any. So I'm not sure where they all went to. But there's often cows off to the right. Alright, so we're probably, about 30 miles to go to Las Vegas? Something like that, probably? Let's see. Let me map it out and let's see. We'll find out. Yep. We are 37 miles. All right, 37 miles. My map says 30 minutes, but that would be at 75 miles an hour. We are not going that fast, so it may take us 40 minutes. Off to the right, you guys probably can't see it, but there's a windmill. As I mentioned before, I love old windmills. Oh, and there's an old, I don't know if you guys saw it while I was talking. To the left was an old abandoned house. So I'm going to stop for gas in Las Vegas, and a good chance I might just, I think I'll just stop the live stream at that point. So if you want to subscribe, now is the time to subscribe before we stop the live stream. And if you're new into this, please check out the rest of the channel. Lots of videos. Over 600 videos in the channel, so please enjoy them. Alright, if you're new, we achieved 1,500 subscribers, but we're still stuck at 1,500. We need just one person to subscribe to get us to 1,501, please. It would be awesome to get us to 1,501, so please help. That would be greatly appreciated. If you guys get a chance, check out my lunar eclipse videos that I did. They'll be in the nighttime playlist. The night sky playlist. You can play them anytime, not just at the nighttime. Ooh, another windmill off to the right. Again, you guys probably can't Very cool. This is the beginning entrance to a ranch back there, it looks like. Phoenix Ranch. So 33 miles to go to Las Vegas, New Mexico, not Las Vegas, Nevada. If you've been to Las Vegas, Nevada, you'll be disappointed in Las Vegas, New Mexico. It is like the polar opposite of it. Hey Louis, it's okay to share other people's live streams, so that's fine. So Paul, hey, welcome in, Paul. But yeah, that's some horrible news that somebody. How weird, they called the cops. Yeah, I haven't heard about swatting. I wonder what would they have done that the cops would have kicked them out of from live streaming? Because Disneyland lets us live stream, so I wonder what happened. Anyways, yeah, it's sad to hear because Disneyland's a happy place. So we want to keep the live streams happy and having fun. So yeah, I wonder what happened. Anyways, it's great to have you in here, Paul. Thank you so much. As we're driving across America, well, not all of America right now, but eventually we hit all of America because I travel and I drive so much that if I keep doing this, you guys will have had gotten every state represented here and drive across America. We've got Colorado and New Mexico today. I think I'll live stream again tomorrow as we're driving for a couple hours, so I'll do it to where maybe we were crossing from New Mexico into Arizona. That would be fun. So, some more just barren, tan looking, this is the wintertime look to this area down here. All the grasses are dead. Give it another month or two and this will be all bright green. It's going to be green, green, green here pretty soon. Dropped down to 66 degrees, you guys. It's a little cooler. Wonder how cold it will get tonight down here. rest area. It's a nice rest area up there too, but it's closed. Like they're paving the road. I like that rest area. Kind of a nice one. Oh wow, so it's 96 degrees. I didn't realize that's 96 degrees in Anaheim right now. And then 90 on Friday. When I get there on Saturday, it'll only be 80, so that'll be nice. A little lower, but then it's 80, 85, 88, 91. It's like summertime already. I mean, those temperatures actually are almost hotter than summertime in California. In Southern California, anyways. Wow. That's a little hot, a little warm. Okay, we have 26 miles to go, so 26 minutes, I'll say, to Las Vegas, New Mexico, and we get some gas. I get to powder my nose. Maybe I'll grab something to eat, because it's almost 5 o'clock here. Hey Lori, welcome on in. I just saw that you joined us. Thank you for joining us, Lori. Welcome on in. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Help us to get, we're stuck at 1,500. Louis got us to 1,500, but now we're stuck. We need to get to 1,501 subscribers. So if you could help us get to 1,501, that would be awesome. Oh. Josh saying that at his house it's getting around 25 to 30 degrees at night still. It's still very cold. Yeah, the ranches out here are so huge. It's like, I don't know if they've always been huge or just through the years people bought up property or what, but these things, like they're miles upon miles long, these ranches here. I just seen another one, a new one, and I don't see any end fences for it. We're in a very high spot here, comparatively speaking, and look at, you can see the road heading down. We're going down, 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 and the road actually disappears. No. Other than the wind being so windy, it's a nice day out for a drive. And the wind isn't supposed to be as bad down here, so I think hopefully we're down below the wind. As long as somebody told the wind that it's not supposed to be blowing down here, should be good to go now. I don't feel the trailer getting pushed around as much anymore. yeah, it does seem like the road's going to disappear into the twilight zone. You are correct on that. Let's hope not. I wonder what dimension I end up in. Okay, here's the exit for Fort Union. To discuss that before, Fort Union National Monument. It's in 2 miles, and then it's like, I'm guessing, I don't remember now, like 8 or 10 miles to the west. But it's a fun old fort. They got a lot of it, not all of it, but they got a lot of it restored and stuff. So it was definitely worth getting off the freeway and driving over there if you want to see something different, some historical artifacts and stuff from there. I thought it was pretty cool. Yep, Louis, yeah, we don't want aliens taking over my mind. My mind's already crazy enough as it is. We don't need aliens to be messing up with my mind if this is really the Twilight Zone. And down, down, down we go. Ooh, a bunch of cows to the right. I don't know if you guys can see them, but lots and lots of cows to the right. Very cool. Lots of cows. And no sign of what this creek or river is, but there is one down there. I guess New Mexico doesn't want to tell us what the names of the rivers and creeks are, because Colorado told us, but New Mexico seems like New Mexico doesn't want to say. They want to keep their rivers and creeks a secret, I guess. More cows off to the right. Must have been a hayfield there, maybe. You can see it looks greener, so they've been watering it. Quite a few cows. Waltrus. So this is heading to Waltrus. Huge farm or ranch off to the right. The other one off to the left, you can see a huge barn. So like the sides of the barn are missing, only has the ends and the roof. Maybe that's all they have on there, and they stack hay in there during part of the season or something. San Miguel. Cocos County is here. nice little trees off to the side there. And we're 15 miles or 15 minutes away from Las Vegas. Hey Aurora, can you post a link of that in our group chat? Can you post a link, or I'd like to see that too later. A little rest, well, it's not really a rest area, it's a parking area, so there's no restrooms. So you usually see some trucks that'll be pulled off, maybe they're taking a nap or a rest in there. Thanks, Minnie, for but need to find out why that live stream got swatted, because I don't know what to be careful about if I don't know what it was, like what did they do wrong that got them to be swatted. So I need to find that out. right, 9 miles to go, 9.9 miles to go to the live stream, to the Love's travel stop. to go. So 10 minutes should get us to Las Vegas, New Mexico. Onava. That's the exit there. Oh, I see a lone geese flying by himself over there. There's a windmill off to the left. Oh, I remember this area. Where we're passing right now, well, you guys can't really see, but they had buffalo here a few years ago, or bison. They had a bunch of them off to the side, and I photographed them. But I never saw them again. I only saw them the one time. It was so weird. I only saw them once and never saw them again. I recognize the windmills around it. Sorry about the sun being in your eyeballs, you guys. I photographed this one building we passed on the right to it. I also did an infrared. It looked really cool in infrared. A couple of houses over there, like the brown one there, looks like it's not abandoned, but I never see any cars there. I just see the house. Alright, you guys, we're almost to Las Vegas. I'm going to stop the live stream because I'm going to have to get some gas, get some food, get some other stuff. I appreciate everybody watching. If this is something you want me to do more of, since I do travel a lot, if this is something you want me to do more of, make sure you guys say something, let me know, so I know that it's something worthwhile doing. I hope you enjoyed it. So, kind of had fun having you guys along for the ride, that's for sure. And for anybody that's new or watching this afterwards, please hit that subscribe button. Please click like. Please share the channel to help us to grow as we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. That sounds like a crazy number, but help us to get there. So, really appreciate it, and I appreciate Louis for helping us get to 1,500 today. He was our number 1,000 man, and he's number 1,500 man as well, so he'll probably be number 2,000 man for us. So again, alright, I got a vote from Louis. He said he likes these kind of streams, so that's good to know. Yeah, it's not like we have hundreds of people watching, but you know, we have people watching, and hopefully people will come back and watch it afterwards too, even when it's not live. So anyway, I will say goodbye as we are almost to Las Vegas. As you can see, the sign, let's see what the Poster board says 5 miles to Vegas, 71 miles to Santa Fe. So you can actually, if you squint really hard, you can see Las Vegas up in the distance. I can see the sun reflecting off some of the buildings and stuff. So anyways, again, it's been fun. Thank you guys for joining me and hanging along with me as I've been driving from Colorado to New Mexico here on the I-25. I don't know that I'll pick it up again tonight. Maybe I will, but otherwise tomorrow, look for a live stream tomorrow. I'll try to do the same thing as we head from New Mexico. We'll be heading from New Mexico on the I-40 next to Route 66. We'll be heading that way. Maybe I'll even exit off Route 66 a little, or off the 40 to go on Route 66 a little bit and into Arizona. So thank you everybody for watching again. It's been awesome, and well, I can't say dream magical dreams because it's too early for us to go to sleep. But thank you again for watching, and check out the rest of the channel. Thank you so much.